to set up everything to go live. I thought I would jump on to see if anybody is around. I'm just turning off my settings so I don't get phone calls or say video calls that's coming through. So I just thought I'd jump on to say hello and see if there's anyone around today. So I'm just doing random readings if you want to join me. And I've got lots of goodies. So I've got coins and I've got cards. So if there's anyone around, say hello to me. If you're coming through Facebook, oh, hello, Andrew. How are you, darling? So sorry to hear you lost your baby a little while back. So I can't imagine how traumatic that is. I dread that day when I have my two girls that get ready to pass. So I thought I would jump on and do some random readings. I'm using some cards. Hello, Abdallah, lovely to see you. So we're just doing some cards and I'm using my serendipity cards, and these ones I've got, it's the very first deck actually that I've done. I've always got the two ladies and the two men, but I've actually put in this deck two non-binary people cards as well. So for the non-binary relationships. So I'm just using these cards. I've also set up a second camera down there for my pendulum for yes and no's. So Abdallah, we're going to have a look at your love life for the rest of the year. The year is going so fast, it's ridiculous. So I'm just going to grab three randoms. So Abdallah, we've got mask, we've got the moon, and we've got the mermaid. Attractive person that is a little younger than you. It's interesting to have the mask here as the first card though, because this here would look at this as, are you showing yourself? So it's like, are you putting yourself out ready for love life? Mermaid here would tell me a younger person, and the moon here would tell me emotions. So I'd look at those there and say, you need to express yourself probably a lot more clearly, but I'm not going to be surprised that there's a younger person that's hanging around. This here also can be the person who is younger, may have been someone you've met in the past, and it's almost like they are still in the background somewhere there. So, but I still say that there is love coming. There's certainly no no's in there. So let me put these back together. I actually should just ramble them, and actually I might just do that. We'll do a mix and I'll just grab. And I think that's probably the easiest way today. Yes, your pudgy bear, Andrew. It's just so sad. So I'm just grabbing at random. The message chat moves through, and sometimes I see them and sometimes I don't. So I'm sorry about that. Leah Rhodes, a weekly. So what's coming up for the week? We've got bats. We've got the cane. And we've got the frog. There would tell me overcoming a problem that you may have, again, been sitting on for a while. The bat here would tell me something that's been hanging around for a very long time. Bats often, I call them shadows of the past. So it often is a symbol that something that has been lurking around for the past, time here to address it, because the cane means overcome the obstacles. And the frog here would tell me, don't be afraid, take the leap of faith to actually jump in and get this shit sorted. So that's how I see that. Let me just have a look. Erica Tobar, what's in store for work and relationship? Well, I'm going to pick one, not two. So I'm going to go work. What have we got? Books, tent, everything's upside down when I do it this way. And camel, work there. book here means, is it pay attention to details. The tent here would tell me you actually need a little bit of downtime. I'd look at this and say a bit more time out. So it's almost like don't take work problems home with you. Camel here would tell me you're a very hard worker. So I'd look at that and say, yes, you are probably doing some extended hours here, but you need to probably pull back a little bit, because there would tell me you need more TLC, time for you. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Anyone coming through Facebook, if you can tell me your name, because it just displays up here as Facebook user, you will know who you are. It's stepfather's just passed suddenly to stomach aneurysm. Is there any messages? How interesting, a stomach aneurysm. I haven't heard of that in a very, very long time. Oh, these are really beautiful. You couldn't get any more stronger messages if you like, because you have the grave here, which is, yes, he's passed. Cross here again is spirit, and butterfly is about the messages or the beauty that's coming through. I'd look at that and say, again, little things that may happen around you, because butterfly often is little random acts that happen around you, and something usually really weird. It could be you might see an unusual spider that you don't normally see. It could be a feather at your front door. There would tell me, yes, you do have messages coming in from spirit. I'm actually just going to grab my charm bucket, which is a very big charm bucket, and see what else we got. I'll just pull my knitting needle out. Let's have a look. I just want to see what else is there. You got the garden gnome, which is about leisure, and you've also got like the police shield, which tells me you are protected in this lifetime. But there would still tell me, try and ease back. Yes, it may have been sudden and you may have been very close, but there would tell me there's still protection for you from above. So a little bit more time out. I'm not going to be surprised that you keep getting really random signals around you to tell me he is around. Andrew, anything from your baby Pudge? Pudge was fur baby, people, if you're wondering. How interesting, you've got the cross as well, and the bat. Mask there again would tell me there's things that are happening around that you need to look at. Bat and cross would still tell me, yes, he may be past, but there's spirits that are always there. It's almost like think smart, think outside the box. It's like you may not see it, but he's there. So what else have I got? Oh, you're beautiful. You've got the shooting star, which tells me that there is joy. You've also got the little pliers, and pliers are about putting in hard work. And there you've actually got, it's a lady standing on her hands, yoga pose, which tells me stretching yourself into relaxation is good. But this one, the most important, is this, which is the little shooting star, which tells me, yes, he is around you. There is light. I'd still say he's attached to you somewhere. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Let me just have a look. I'm just going to put these all random. Fervent, thinking about leaving your partner. Can we do it if I stay and if I go? Just want to see which is the best idea. That's a big decision, and yeah, certainly one that you wouldn't take lightly. So I'm going to do 2 here if you stay and if you go. Right, so if you stay, anchor and dancer, it's like you're continually going around the same issues. Anchor is stuck. It's literally your feet stuck in the mud. The dancer there is the movement, or literally trying to stay in harmony, going round and round. But it's almost like one is stuck in the past, but you're progressive. If you stay, I would look at those and say you're still going to skirt around the same problems over and over and over. If you go, that's really interesting. You've got here the chair and the bird, which tells me more expression, more messages, more communication, and comfort. I know this is really awful, but I'd look at that and say you going seems to suit you better than staying. I'm just going to grab my pendulum. So hang on. What I'm tying here, and I'm just going to flick the camera up. And I'll just explain. My yeses go anti-clockwise, so it'll spin around backwards, and my yeses, my no's go clockwise. So I'm just trying to bring this here, and I'm going to ask, should you go? It's actually given me a yes, which tells me you know it's time to leave. So I hope that helps a wee bit. And look, the yeses are just getting stronger and stronger. So I hope that helps a little bit. Yeah, now let me try and see if I can get my camera back. Whoops, back that way. Right. So let me move on. Let's just mix some of these up. Jessica Buttigieg would like a weekly, so I hope I pronounced that right, Jessica. I'm terrible when it comes to names. And before anyone says anything, I know I've had people say to me before that says, Karen, you have the tremors really bad. I've had the tremors really bad since I had COVID. So it's lovely, one of the side effects that has left me with, and it's really awful. So, Jessica, weekly, ring. This is for next week because we're already on Friday here. So we've got ring, question mark, and castle. Castle there would tell me you've got some things you are trying to make decisions around your work or career. The ring here would tell me, look at what is the most precious commodity to you. And the ring actually is pointing away, which tells me you need to think of you more than giving everything to the workplace. And the question here is where you keep second guessing yourself. I'm actually just going to draw another one on the question mark. You've got the bird, and the bird there would still tell me though, stop second guessing something that you want to say. It's almost like you feel your hands around your throat and you want to spit out some words, but you're a little bit afraid to. I would look at that and say, value you most and first and foremost, but don't be afraid to speak up. So I hope that helps a little bit. Hello, Lainey, my beautiful Elaine. Yeah, I decided I was getting on just last minute, and because I know we just had a yak on the phone, I sorted out my scammer that I tried to get scammed. I had a scam email come through this morning. They're everywhere. And I'm just drawing a card at random I'll say it's about my scammer. Tent here would tell me they think they got me, but they didn't. The cat here can be two-faced people, which the scam email literally was someone imitating somebody else. And the mountain here would tell me where I literally put a stop to it. So interesting. So let me go further down. Amal Awad, you're getting advice about getting your book done. Now, Amal Awad, I hope I pronounced that Amal properly. She is a writer and has published many different books, and she's been a TED Talks person. Beautiful lady here from Australia. So anybody look up Amal's name because she's written some amazing books, and she also has an oracle deck out. So advice for getting her book done. You've got your work, you've got your passion, Jeremy, you got your tent. I'd look at that and say you need to block out all the white noise that you possibly can, because your tent, literally think of it like a blanket around you, or the invisibility cloak. And you've got your work, which is your writing, and you've got your heart, which tells me, yes, you're very passionate about what you do, but I'd say you need to gain more focus. So it's basically put on your invisibility cloak in order to get it done. I'm just drawing another. The sword here, again, cut out things that are really not fitting you. When we're talking about you literally writing a book, I would look at the sword to say, is there something, a chapter or a section that you're not happy with? Because the sword there would tell me eliminate it. So I would look at doing that. I hope that helps, Amal. But yeah, guys, get onto Google and put in Amal Awad and you'll see all these amazing books. And she's got these beautiful oracle cards out as well, which I do have a deck. I've got Dory wants a quick reading, but I'm not sure, Dory, what subject matter, so we're just going to random in the dark. We've got dragon, we've got book, and I'm just running from what spirit messages are telling me for you. Dragon, book, and question mark here would tell me someone trying to be in your face, and literally you need to regain your own power back. Stop second guessing people trying, and you probably know who it is. Because there it's almost like someone in trying to invade your space and invade your quiet times. Learn from this person. Often when they're trying to invade your space, they are trying to mirror you, and sometimes that mirroring is not good. And I would look at that and say, don't second guess what they're doing. Get in and gain your power. And you've got the scales, which tells me even all the more about gaining your power back and bringing back your balance. It's a bit like yin and yang. Bring back your chi. So that there will tell me what to do. Elaine, will I get a new job? Let's have a look, because I do know what that's about. I'm just grabbing random. It's just easier this way. You can see that I'm not randomly or specifically choosing cards. Let me just have a mouthful of cordial. Okay, Elaine, will you get a new job? Yes, even before I've got the other card. So, Moon, Key, and you've got Tower or the Castle, which is about career in T. There would tell me probably within the month when I'm looking in timing, because I'm looking at the Moon. The Key here would tell me a new door of opportunity will open. But it's very interesting, these two, and you know what I'm talking about. There would tell me it's like another opportunity is opening, but outside of where you currently are, because there would tell me a new pathway, new doorway, and not the one where you're currently at. So you know what I'm meaning. All right. I'm just going down grabbing whoever I am. So just keep in the queue and I'll talk to you. I have to have a chat. I put myself on TikTok, and or my lovely assistant Andrea Jacob, who helps me through Facebook and Instagram and so on, along with the beautiful Wilma Wilson, as well as the lovely Lindsay Henderson, who's in the UK. I've got these three amazing girls. Anyway, Andrea put me on TikTok, and I don't get an option. She bosses me around. So I get on TikTok, and I cannot believe what I'm seeing on TikTok. All these people, all these pop-up readers, and they're just reading cards. Like, say that card had treasure chest and it's money and meanings about, value. All they are doing is reading literally the words off the card to the people. And these people, idiots, are throwing money and donations at these people. And I'm thinking, you as the audience, guys, if you do watch any of them TikTok things like that, learn to laugh along with it, because seriously, they're only reading an oracle card, which you could go and buy a deck of oracle cards and read the message yourself. So I just think it's hilarious. Now, me ranting. Shamila, is it the right time to apply for a new job? Come here. All right, triangles upside down. I'd look at that and say, not yet. And the reason is I've got mushroom and triangle, would say lay low a little bit longer if you can. The teacups is very nice about job interviews and discussions. The triangle is a point. Yes, it's a complex shape, which tells me work through some of the complexities that you are going through currently. Something else will come up, but I'd look at that and say at the moment, not just yet. I'm just going to grab my dice because I want to have a look about timing for you. And I have a 12-sided dice, which has actually come up on 12. So I'm not going in months. The 12 there would tell me, look at opportunity. So get online and have a look what's online on the 12th day from now. but I'd also look up to the 12 weeks. So here is timing. I'd say sit tight for the next few months, but have a look what is online on the 12th day from now. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Hello, Anne-Marie, it says there. Oh, hello, Nancy, lovely to see you. Diane Basani about finding a relationship. Let me go in here. Right, let's go. That's my dolly puss tree. Bird. They're actually very good for looking for a relationship, Diane, because Kat here would tell me get out with female friends, socialising. The tree here is, again, a connection that's probably very family-orientated person. And the bird here would tell me chat communication. I'd look at this two ways. This here would tell me out physically with people and girlfriends. And this here would tell me too, though, don't dismiss online dating or online chatting, and you have to fish through a whole net of toads, literally, but there would tell me love will come, and it'll be for the right reasons. But there it's almost like the love will come better through family or friends of friends connections, because that is a very heavy female influence. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Now, let me just have a look through the chat. Hi, Marby. Hi, Sharon Syke. Lovely to see you. Let me just have a look. Julia, a quick reading. Oh, happy birthday, Julia. It was actually my birthday a couple of weeks ago, and I had everyone banned about putting it out to public. And it's not that I'm worried about how old I am. I'm 58, but I just can't handle attention like that. But that's me. So we have, Q from Facebook, lovely to see you there. I'm not sure if it's Key or Queen. Sorry if I've stuffed up that. Julia, happy birthday. Let's have a look and see what's up for you for the week. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. Oh, lots of family, lots of love. The eagle here is very powerful. When I look at that there, it's literally seize the moments, the opportunities of things that you feel passionate about. And the tree here is about your stability, your growth, your opportunities. Tree is a beautiful sign of abundance around home and family. And here would tell me a beautiful, powerful day, but you've also got a very good, powerful week coming ahead. Mask here, don't hide your feelings or your heart of things that you really want to, but they're really lovely. So happy birthday, and I hope you have lots of cake with extra cream. And I prefer, it's funny, lots of people go for all these exotic cakes and that. My favourite is just a vanilla sponge cake with, we call it cream and jam. In America, you guys would probably call it jelly and lots of cream, but I just love it. Hello, Anne-Marie. What's the work situation in the coming weeks? Let's have a big look. Right. Moon, baby, that's actually very nice. You've got discussions coming up, and that there would tell me some changes, because moon is the changes, and that would tell me changes in around that month in timing, because it represents the 28-day cycle. The baby here would tell me something new, but that's very good for you because it means what's dear to the heart. And you've got the teacups would tell me some discussions about changes. I'm not going to be surprised that you look at some changes to your role. I don't see these as any like swift cuts or endings to what you are currently doing or the company that you're currently at, but I'd say there's some changes. Let me just have a look. What have we got? Oh, how's this? I have all these randoms here. You've actually got 2 owls. which is the wisdom, the knowledge, the experience that you have in order to share to others, and the bellows, which are the old-fashioned things that fan the fire. To have the two owls there, are you in any training positions or have the opportunity to do trainings or teachings? Because there would tell me you are highly experienced and highly knowledgeable in what you do. The bellows there, though, tells me you need more fire in your blood. And there it's like, look at training or teaching opportunities. Hope that helps, Anne-Marie. Andrew, I'm so glad you're seeing him. It's just something so beautiful. And I think that's really, really lovely. I have a kiln, and because you know how I do all my teacups and I do all the china painting, I was actually looking at going in to do some pet urns. So if you've had Pudgy cremated, let me know, because yeah, we can do urns with all these her photos and the dates and all the rest of that stuff. So because I can do all that stuff custom. You'll do more readings, Elaine. Yeah, I'm just going through. Cat big hugs. I know. Look at them. We love cat hugs. Let me have a look. Oh, hello, Casper. It's so lovely to see you there, darling. So Casper is one of my beautiful proteges, the same as when the person up there who said Q, which is Kin, I think, also one of my beautiful Chinese Asian proteges. So it's really nice to see you. Casper will be assisting me as well for our next Mandarin course as well, because my beautiful Shihao is really bogged down with study. Fervent 12 years. Yeah, no. You keep circling around and around the same old crap, literally. So, Elaine, will it be another place to do your readings? I actually do think so, because where you had the key and the castle, it's almost like a totally different location. So I'm not going to be surprised. I'll just draw a random one. Peacock. Somewhere where you are actually more visible, somewhere that you actually get to be seen. That's really nice. So, because it means where you can express and show who you truly are. Ruby. So Ruby Eden, let's have a look what's ahead for you for the week. Let's go in here. We've got the sword, we've got the ship, and I'm just grabbing random, and we've got the moon. Cutting ties with something that's been, sorry, I swear I'm Australian, Aussie people like this. When I look there, cutting something that's probably given you the shits for a very long time is how we would put it. Moon here tells me you need to enter a new phase, new you. It's almost like you are not shining or expressing who you truly are. Now, I don't know if you work for yourself or you work for a company, because ship is often connected to doing things or earning your own money, like whether you sew at home, you craft, you candle make, you read, you do whatever. These are often business for yourself, because it's almost like, should you be looking at something to do with that? Because it's like you are ignoring what you are truly wanting to do. And Lion, again, very powerful card, which means showing and standing, commanding the attention to what you do. So I hope that helps a little bit, Ruby. I have, so I'm just poking these in anywhere. Dory, you recently separated, so I'm sorry to hear that, but look, sometimes these separations are a blessing in disguise. It's a bit like happy divorce parties when they have it. I was divorced 35 years ago. That's how long ago it was. Best thing I ever did. So I'm just having a mouthful of fluid because I'm very dehydrated. Okay, so what's next for you, Dora? Let me have a look. Triangle would tell me getting through the difficulties, probably with the divorce. Oh la la, a mermaid here often tells me a younger person may be around you or entering your life. The fish here would tell me where you are literally getting out amongst with a lot more people. They would tell me, though, you've still got some complex things to work through, the separation or the divorce or what have you, because the triangle means working through complexities in order to move forward. These are beautiful good luck and abundance signs, and it's interesting too, water symbols, which is about the emotions. These are actually very good for you. Baby here would tell me explore something new that's actually better for you and something that you hold joy dear to your heart. You've got a lot of really good things there, but get through the complexities first. Let's just have to put a couple of charms on this. I just want to see about these complexities. Okay. Don't know if you have children with the ex-partner or not, but you have child's balloon, the paint palette, and the giraffe. Child's balloon is around children, but even if there's no children, there would tell me work through more joy than you are the heartache or the pain. The giraffe here again would tell me stretch your neck. It's literally rise above from ground level stresses. And the paint palette is beautiful because it's like don't follow the lines of a colouring book, create your own. And it's about the colours of life and all the beauty that you can now create for you. So get through these complexities, but I'd say have more you about it, getting through there. All right, let me have a look. Sorry, that's my pendulum. I've only got a couple of these left. I have to show you how beautiful this is. This here is a tea pendulum, and it's tea set in resin, and I make these great big long resin logs. I send them down to Tasmania because that's where I was born and all my family are, and my brother is a wood turner and metal turner, so he creates all the shape of these tea pendulum. And the brass here is actually made as well. You can't buy these, the brass things. And it's a solid brass rod that goes straight through the middle of the pendulum. And he turns the metal as well as the thing. Then he sends it back to me. And you can either get them on a plain chain or these are Swarovski crystals. So mine, I just put the gold dice on it, but it was only my one gold dice. But they are in my Etsy store, and I think there's only 2 left. Not many. They are very popular. Yes, they are expensive because there is so much work involved with them, and it's got the solid brass, which is a beautiful weight. So they're not light. Thank you, Amal. I'm just going through the chat, so if you're only just joining me, I am coming through. Yes, you are doing well with that book, Amal, but like I said, there may be something that you're not feeling the joy with. Time to eliminate it. It's literally cut it out. Let me have a look. Is there any more messages? So it's very recent, Dory. It's not easy. It's actually one of the biggest, hardest things to deal with. So sensitive, you want to know about your spouse's feelings towards you. You feel there's no bond between you and wondering if the love has gone and he hasn't told you. Gosh, that's hard because your heart will be hurting so much. I'm just pulling some up at random. So let's have a look. Yeah, it's almost like you've entered like a friend zone because there's no heart there. Like I look at that and say, where's the commitment? Where is the heart? Where is the love? I would have liked to have seen ring, heart, tree, dancer. There's a lot of other. The dog is the friend zone. You've got the sword there, would tell me it's almost like even there is probably some difficult times. The butterfly here is freedom. It's almost like, are you yourself ready to fly? He may have not said much, but it's almost like though you are the one finding your wings. And I'm going to ask the question here, have you outgrown him and have you outgrown this relationship? So, because I'd look at that and say, you have probably grown where he has not. Rose there would still tell me there is probably still some spark, some passion there, but I can't help but feel that might be just a bit of passion in the bedroom because it's not the emotion and the expression that we truly need. I'd look at this and say, you need to find your wings. I'm just going to dig very deep in my charms. Whoops, without tipping them on the floor. Sorry. I have a very large charm collection. There's probably about 500 or so. It's so big I had to move it to a bigger box. And I'm just actually looking here more about you and your colours. It's interesting we've got colours. I'll bring these up here. You've got Betty Boop, which is the art of flirtation. And you've actually got, this is just pink, colour pink, because colour energy is very important as well. Betty Boop here would tell me it's almost like the reveal. And when we're looking at expression for you, there it's almost like you are going through a change of transformation and discovering really what's below, what's skin deep to you. The two peas in a pod would tell me there is somebody that's probably very, very close to you. And it's almost like, again, are you feeling a rivalry with him? Are you feeling a rivalry with another person? But the two peas in a pod is more about finding you and what is the growth from you. And pink is love and passion, and it's a beautiful colour, which is almost like, are you loving yourself enough in order for you to grow? I can't help but think you need to spread your wings because he's probably a very good companion as a friend zone, but I just would like to see more passion there. Yeah, so our notifications are ridiculous. It's just, yeah. So if you're coming through Facebook, guys, someone wrote, hello, beautiful lady, are you well? And you didn't get the notification. Facebook doesn't tell me your name. It's really lame. Malia, sorry if I've really bugged that up. Should you look at moving countries? I'm going to do both. I'll look at some cards and a pendulum for you. So we'll look at what will you gain if you move countries. Discovery more about you. That's interesting because a tornado would tell me it's almost like you're making a rapid decision to look and move countries. But when I look at these about should you move countries, there would tell me probably delay it a little bit. Mask and the key would tell me discover more about the country that you are looking at, because it's almost like you're looking through rose-coloured glasses instead of looking at the reality of it. So I would look at that and say not at the moment and really explore the country where you wish to go to. So if you're looking at a country where there is some turmoil, I would think again. I'm just going to look at the pendulum as well. Now, those who've joined, pendulums, my pendulum, hang on, I'll just change the camera. My pendulums, my yeses go anti-clockwise and my no's go clockwise. So should you move countries? That's interesting. It's given me a yes, which is probably very good. I'm actually just going to have a look at the dice and see. Right, that's given me a 5, as in wait up to 5 months. I'm just going to ask the timing. So should you look at it after 5 months? Yeah, it's still giving me a yes. So I'd say, yeah, don't make any rapid decisions. Take a little bit more time in doing that. So let me just get that back up there. Doesn't like changing cameras very easy. There we go. Back to there. Let me go through. Oh, Cindy, your teacup arrives tomorrow. I'm so excited for people when they get them. And I love it when people post pictures because it's so nice to see my cups that go all over the world. I've got them lined up everywhere. Look at this one. I'm shocking for keeping one of everything. Look at that. I'm mad on these colours. And a friend of mine, she adored them, and I didn't even think about it because I just love all the bold colours and the teal. And she said, Karen, it's got the chakra colours. And I never thought of that. But yeah, this one I keep for myself, and I actually, it's a plain one. So this one's got the gold eye in it, and these here are used for timing. So when you read a teacup, you look at it like a clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9. So it's what falls in the timing. So if I had T symbols here, that would tell me from like a clock, in the next month things are going on, if I was looking at this as a 12-month cup. So I like blank cups, and don't be afraid of buying blank cup like this with the timings, because with every one of my teacups you get a teacup course anyway. And if you speak Mandarin, I actually have a Mandarin teacup course as well. I just want to show you another cup. Hang on. This is it's actually my teaching cup. This is my teaching cup when I do Zoom teaching, because I'll explain just for those who don't know. So again, we've got this one divided into 12 months. The red lines here is if you're dividing it into, say, 4 months, you would read that as 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4. If you are looking at a cup as a general, these blue lines, that there would tell me home and family because of the handle, and this here would tell me about material and outside sources. And like, I've even got my little drawings in here. There's a lovely little mermaid. So I've got little drawings in this teacup, and there's a lady's head and so on. Because when you see teacup images, many people think you see it like a photograph, but it's not. So, like, even there's a little doggy. So, and straight sticks in T symbols are men. Random dots are coins and money. So there is a letterbox or a road sign. It's up to the interpretation. So that is how you read T. And then I've got these. There's actually not that many of these, and I brought back because these, the black and the white pigeon pairs, these are all covered in 24 karat gold, and these ones have the Lenormand symbols, or the original Lenormand symbols on them. And the sources on these have the verse that I wrote, and it's, let us gaze at the stars, look into thee, and read the leaves of thy destiny. So that's my astrology cups. Right. I've got your cravings. Is it correct spirit's pulling me to Vermont? Why am I being pulled? It's not a known place, many move. Just want to know if it's in my imagination. So this is your cravings about you being pulled to Vermont. I'm going to look at it as to why are you being pulled to Vermont. Right. Now, isn't that interesting? It's like rejuvenation. Monkey, I know lots of people get scared. I drew him as a sock monkey this time. Monkey is about joy and fun and laughter. It's often a place to, or think of smart or intelligent. So it's almost like, are you being drawn because this is where you will grow the most? It's almost too, I can't help but feel, like I said, I hear voices, and I know that sounds weird because I'm clairaudient. It's almost like, is there any family history or something connected to do with your childhood about being pulled to Vermont? The sword here would tell me, look at it, and look at it probably sooner rather than later. And anchor there would tell me it's like, this is where you are meant to be. It's home ground. I can't help but feel, is there something from your childhood that is pulling you there, and you are making a decision about it? So it's something is drawing you. I'm just having a look at some charms. Right, what have we got? Hang on, I'll put these in my hand. Oops, come here. Come here. It's easier for you to see then. And you've even got the sign. Okay, this is the most hideous looking charm ever. It's actually an eye and it was an earring. And I'm thinking, who in their right mind would wear that as an earring? But people obviously do. So you've got the eye, you've got the bouquet, like a wedding bouquet, you've got the pop, you've got the street sign, and you've got the dolphins. The bouquet here would tell me this will bring you great joy. The eye here is spirits literally calling you because it means open up your senses. The lollipop or chupa chup we call them here would tell me again pulling you something to do with childhood. You've also got the dolphin, which is actually really nice because it tells me where there's a lot of really friendly or helpful people there. And you've also got the sign, which tells me you are heading in the right direction. I don't think this is in your imagination. I think there is a very valid reason you are being pulled there. And it's a very, very strong discovery for you. I hope that helps a little bit. Right. Whoops, there's my device. Let me just go through. Rainbow Girls, hello. Hoping to find out if you'll be able to retire this year. This is Cindy Burnett. Let me just have another drink. I'm on all sorts of weird medications, so I'm constantly thirsty, and because I talk non-stop, then I drink non-stop. Okay. So, will you be able to retire this year? Oh, that's nice. I'd look at that and say yes. The reasons are, baby here would tell me entering new things, something that gives you more joy. I don't know if you have children or younger grandchildren around there, but that is really beautiful because it means joy to the heart. You've got the heart, which means passion about what you want, and it's about gratitude and expression for yourself. And you've got the angel, and there would tell me, yes, it is time for you to retire. But it's like you're not going to retire to sit on the couch. They would tell me you're doing things that give you more joy instead of working for everybody else. Just let me have a look at our pendulum for you. Okay. Let me center. Will you retire? Takes a bit. She's working up, and it's actually giving me a yes. And now she gets really busy. Yes. Yes, I'd say you will. But your whole thing is doing more for you, which is really good. Yeah. So I think that's lovely. Joanne Rosette, is it time to change my career? Joanne Rosette. I'm going to pull out my coins. Hang on. Let me just put all these away for the moment. Coins are lovely as well. Oops. Come here. Right, now, coins. What are coins? Hang on, camera back. Oh, it does this. I've got to go large, then camera back. Okay. Coins come in a velvet bag, and they are these. Each one of these is 25 millimeters or an inch. It has glass plate on it, and you can see the glass. And I have clocks on the back because I always say there is always time for tea. This one here, I call it Fantasy Tea. It's all the lovely bright colours. It does come also in Alice in Wonderland. They are the same 50 symbols as the 50 charm kits and the 50 card sets. So they all connect and layer one over the other. And they come in a black bag. And the reason I put them in the black bag is so you can rummage through them and not see what you are picking. So let me go back to here, and where was it? Who was I saying? Yeah, Joanne. Is it time to change my career? So I've got a head like a sieve. So I'm just drawing out You've got sword, you've got butterfly, and you've got eagle. That is a resounding yes, it is time, because sword means cut away from what you are doing. Butterfly is, again, spread your wings and fly. It is a beautiful sign of transformation. And the eagle here is time for you to take charge, take control of what you are doing. They're really beautiful. I'd say yes, definitely time for change. I've got other people here to refer. Oh, you're in New Zealand, Brooke. Brooke want to know about, oh, you've got a message there. So let's have a look and see what message is there for you, Brooke. Actually, let me just get my tray because it'll be easier to hold them up. Oh, I've got a cupboard full of tricks here. These here are my charm trays. Better when it's not upside down. This one's Alice, and what I say charm trays, they have studs in them, and so you snap the corners up, and when you are casting your charms, you got sides, so they're not going to bounce all over the place. Great if you are out and about, if you do coffee shop readings and so on. And this here is what we call my life wheel. And my life wheel covers all the 8 sections of our lives. And this comes with a whole sheet about questions. I call it my life wheel because they are questions when you are at that crossroads of life coaching. And I've got a bunch of questions for each section. It's also then got the flip side. So if you want to lay out traditional type spreads, so say you want to lay out 9 box things or whatnot, you can have the blank side. What a lot of the readers do is they use this side to do a cast to say what area, what topic of life you are doing, and then we have the blank side, then they go more into the actual question. So that's what they do. So now, where am I? Let me go back there. Bianca Spingola. So I'm just thinking, what one will I use? That's my steampunk. That's my fairies fantasy. I'm going to use my fairies. Let's use your fairies here. So you want to know if your crush, who's a Capricorn, will communicate with you and when. So I'm going to go on the blank side. Right. My comments. Right. So, is your crush going to communicate with you? I've got a whole bunch here, and I'm leaving these 2 upside down because we'll look at those as timings. And when we're looking at timings, and it's whether it's any type of symbolic divination, it's about what is fast and what is slow in its symbols. So about communication. There, I would say the lion. I know that's a Leo symbol, but lion is a masculine energy, so it is a people type person. There would tell me you're probably not going to get the communication anytime fast. Dancing there, and that tells me if you have communication, that's literally doing the same things you've probably already been communicating for, because the chair here would tell me they've got a lazy streak. The angel here would tell me positive energy, yes, but it's like dancing around and around the same subject matter. These, as far as timing, you got mountain, which tells me literally between a rock and a hard place, which would tell me slow, and rose, as in timing growth too, would still tell me seasonal. It's almost like when you do get the communication, it's just going to go round and round and round the same old shit. But you've got here slow. So I don't think they're coming that fast for us, or not fast as we would like. Pardon me. I'm just going to use my other coins because I've got them in a bowl. Right, okay. These ones are another coins. because I love a bit of walk on the dark side. And these ones are steampunk, I call them, because they've got sort of metal and cogs, and there's a metal fish and so on. So let me have a look. Brooke from New Zealand. I love to see you, Roz. Brooke from New Zealand. Let's use our life wheel and we'll just see what's random, what lands. So let's have a look. Okay, we're in career and business, health and wellbeing, and we've got a liner there. So I'll read these for you so you know what we're doing. So career and business, we've got the books, which tells me something that you are learning. I wouldn't even oppose if there's some small study that you want to do to further yourself ahead. Books also in career can be people are learning off you, as in you, the teaching side of it or the training side. Health and wellbeing, you've got when we're a liner, we read both sections, and the camel is across the two. The dragon here, and I know, yes, people say it's unethical for health readings, pardon me, but dragon and camel would tell me something like really bad heartburn or upper gastric areas that you need to look at. The camel here would tell me it's something that keeps hanging around and probably been going on for a long period of time. So I'd look at that and say anything that gives inflammation, which I can't help but feel in the upper chest. It's like you eat something and it, we said, repeats on you, really bad reflux or really bad heartburn. The camel on the money side would tell me, keep doing what you're doing, persist, you will get where you are going to. So it's not a fail, it just means progression forward, but slower, that's all. So I hope that helps a little bit, Brooke. Love to see you, Roz. Let's just do a random, Roz, to see what's there for you. And a couple more. Why not? We're outside the circle. Okay, Roz. We've got a liner up there too. And we're also in the centre, and it's on. I've got a sun in the centre here, which is about what gives you the most joy. Interesting here, you've got spirituality and house, and you've got the peacock. Now, I know you are a reader, and there would tell me, are you literally reading from home more? And if you are not, start advertising it, because the peacock is show, as in show yourself. Leisure and social life, you've got the mountain. That looks like my social life, which is practically nil. Too busy for socialising. The mountain there would tell me could be a friend, somebody who's really needing you from a long period of time ago. Don't turn your back on them, but there it's almost like you feel stuck in a particular friendship. Your mask on your sun, like your sun in your centre, is what gives you the most joy, or what is the joy. Mask is you need to show or reveal yourself. Adventure and discovery, how interesting. You've got the dog on there, which is again about friendships and loyalty, and that on adventure and discovery, it's like, yes, you do need to connect with a friend, and it may be from over here, where go and do something girly, do adventure, something adventurous, something that will pick up and rejuvenate the friendship again. So I hope that helps, Roz. Sensitive outgrown you have, and it's really interesting that you have been the one to outgrow, and it may be why you've entered into that friend zone area more. Yeah, you prefer the plain cups. Yep. The plain cups are great, Ros, to read from. If you are confident as a traditional reader, I have clients here and I let them choose any cup they like. And if they choose a print cup or a cup with the images in them, these are a great advantage even when you do know your symbols, because you're then doubling your symbols and you're reading the layers. So, you know, if you had a mermaid on a clover, the clover is good luck and prosperity and around money and good fortune, and the mermaid there is about change, youth, vibrant energy, but it can also be make sure all that you see is true. So mermaid and clover combined would tell me don't get sucked into any money ventures until you know that it's actually real. So that's an advantage by reading your symbols and the tea leaves as well. So, because they are really good. So, yeah, my audio is strange, your cravings. And I always feel weird when I say I hear voices, because I'm sure people must think I've got schizophrenia. No, I'm not schizophrenic. I'm ADHD, and I actually have autism spectrum. And it takes a lot for me to actually get on here because I overthink it. But once I'm here, I don't shut up, as you can hear. So my voices are what guide me. And those that are close to me, like my lovely Elaine here, who's one of my sisters, my soul sisters. You know your soul sisters, the ones you choose, not the ones you inherit. And we laugh about me hearing voices and stuff. And Elaine here is also a reader. So anyone on Facebook, click on Elaine, because Elaine is a psychic medium. So she talks to dead people. Which we have a giggle about. And Elaine reads at several different places as well. So I'm not doing personal readings at the moment because of all these back surgeries and problems that I've had. So, but click on Elaine's name for you who are in the chat as well. Hello, Crystal Rose. Lovely to see you. The coins are really different. They are really unique. So I'm just going to grab and do you as a general reading. So let's have a look. And we got lots. So what have we got up here? Right. Home and family. You've got the angel wings, which tells me someone in spirit keeps communicating with you. On the home would tell me, yes, it's a family member. I'm actually I'm layering a charm here because I love it when I see angels because I want to know more about this person. Hang on, we've got a lot more here. Get out. These two are linked. All right. Get off. It's interesting when they're linked. I'm just going to put these down because I want to know more about the person who is in spirit. The high heel would tell me it's female energy. Teapot here would tell me, yes, they are communicating to you. The cog here would tell me they're trying really hard to communicate to you and you are probably not realising the messages. And the clover here is the messages to you are literally around money or finances. So have a look and a bit of think about that section there. Mouse on the spirit, pardon me. Again, protection. Mouse is about being creative and don't be afraid to come out and show yourself. It's very family orientated. On the wings there would still tell me though somebody small may have crossed over, which tells me was this person young when they crossed over, not as in an old person. The question mark on the sun, what gives you joy? Question mark there tells me you need to really work this out. It's almost like you keep getting stuck. And again, question mark is second guessing yourself. Health and well-being, you've got the tunnel. The tunnel in health and well-being would tell me anything to do with your digestive tract, because a tunnel literally means long and windy. And that in health area would tell me about your digestive system. I'm just going to have a look at this, about who else we got. Cat would tell me something on the female side of the family. Leaf here would tell me you will work it out and it will heal as such. And you've also got the street sign, which still tells me pay attention to what's going on. So I hope that helps a little bit. So let me just go in there. So, oh, hang on, I've gotten the wrong thing. I do this, and I have to separate them all. Putting the charms in with the coins. Alright, that goes in there. Teapot in there. Yeah, the trays are really good. They're handy because, like I said, the side walls, you don't lose everything off them. Oh, good to hear, Ros. You're reading from home again. Ros Boundy also is a professional reader, and I think there is a lot of you here that are professional readers. So if you are, give yourself a shout out here. Ros is reading from home again, so she reads all sorts of cards and teacups and charms and that. She is a fellow Aussie gal. You're going over to New Zealand for Christmas. Oh, how good will that be? That will be really good. I've not been to New Zealand. I'm originally from Tasmania, and everybody tells me New Zealand and Tasmania are very much alike, rolling green hills. So, yes, if you are a professional reader, give yourself a shout out. So, how long you're not a professional reader? Facebook user says just logged on. Facebook doesn't tell me who you are, so can you tell me your name? I'm nearly at the bottom of my chat, so if you want a question, just type up your chat now, and otherwise I'll finish up pretty soon. So on Facebook and YouTube as your name. Okay, so just put Ros Boundy into YouTube as well as Facebook, guys. You'll see Ros. Crystal, yeah, tummy issues. That's really interesting. Diane, the coins and the mats and things, I've got two sources. They've got the Etsy store, which is Tea with Karen, and Karen is spelt with the I. It's TEA as in cup of tea with, and Karen, KARIN. And my website is teawithkaren.com. So, and there's two sources there. Some people like Etsy, if they've got Etsy gift cards and so on, you will see it. Much of a muchness there. So, Crystal Rose, you're a medium. That's really good. Meditation, do you know what? I cannot meditate till the cows come home. That is a big issue for me. Yeah. So, Amanda, there you are. So, Amanda is a numerology, you're a specialist. She's also written a book, and she is, again, a professional reader. So look up, and it's called Numerology and Your House, and I've got that book, and it's really fabulous because I'm a Leo in birth signs, and I'm also house number 7, so it's really quite fascinating to see. So put in Numerology and Your House through Facebook, guys, and you'll see Amanda's page. Yeah, you get fidgety during meditation. I can't. For me, meditation is if I'm stirring a pot of soup for 30 seconds. But that's the problems that I have because I can't concentrate. And it's the ADHD in me, and it is one of the problems that's really hard. You do. Ros does recorded options for clients as well, where she probably emails you the link for them. That's good. So, yeah, my tea leaf reading card system is. A lot of people say it very similar to Lenormand. I've got some differences, I suppose, because my card's a 50 card deck, not 36, so you've got a lot more options. And I studied a lot of teacups over the years to come up with my specific collection and how they worked for our modern day lives. Be Yourself, which is Bridget, who's not a reader, but that's perfectly fine. She's wanting a general, so let's go into the charm pot. My charm pot is huge, Bridget, so let's use a different tray. I'm going to use Alice. So these trays have double-sided studs, and so they clip both ways. Yeah. So they do have a reinforced bottom thing on them. So you can't, unfortunately, fold these, but they sit flat. So they're easy enough to pop in a bag. So let's have a look at Be Yourself. I love how you've got the actual bumblebee. So I'm just doing a general. Okay, I'll bring this up to screen for you. And is there something under that one? No, it's all right. It was a sitting up one. I thought it was a sitting up for a reason. So, home and family, you've got Bambi, the baby deer, and you've also got the giraffe. Baby deer there is about being gentle and kind, but it's also timid, which is almost like don't be afraid to come out of your shell a little bit more. The giraffe is beautiful sign of that you are finally seeing things that you hadn't seen in yourself for a very long time. Giraffe means rise above ground level stresses. And when I say that, it means leave all the minor crap behind that you really don't need. And especially if it's coming from any family members, again, kindness to yourself. Interesting, you've got the bird nest here and you've got the dog bone. Bones mean literally issues or bones of the past. Bird's nest there is where literally you are very good at nurturing and feeding, but it's almost like don't feed a friendship of someone who takes from you, because there it's almost like someone has exhausted the friendship where you're literally ready to fly the coop. And I'm just going to put another charm on that. I just want to try another. What do we got here? Oh, it's one of my quote charms. I've got lots of theme charm, guys, and I've got a whole collection of theme charms that I call them the affirmations, and I think there's 18 or 19 affirmations. Fearless, how appropriate is that between the bird's nest and the dog bone, which is again, don't fear flying the coop or away and leaving a friendship behind you, because it's really not needed. So up here in Money Matters, you've got the craft cup, which is the scissors, the pens, the paintbrush and stuff. Craft up there would tell me you're very good and creative in how you stretch money. So it literally means write your own checkbook. I like it because it means you are not silly when it comes to money. You can stretch it and make it do what you need it to do. Adventure and discovery, you've got the stork and holding the baby. And there again would still tell me, though, discovery of something new about yourself. So I do like that. I think that's really, really wonderful. So that there is for you, be yourself. I've just realised I've got someone up here, Rachel, who's Ellie Long, L or Ellie? L, because we haven't got an I there. So we'll just have a look at a journal for you. Okay, when we've got things that run outside the circle, I put them back in the pot. Your witch here is right on the line, so I'm going to actually count her as 2. I'll turn her up the right way. How funny is that? You've got the little witch there again on a liner. So we've got the coat, and then you've got the ship, and you've got your feather, and you've got your coat up here. Okay, hang on. So I'll bring these up. Your witch on a broom means creating magic for yourself. I always say a witch on a broom is a woman on a mission, and which tells me you're very creative when it comes to home and family, but also blending it when you come to friends and socialising. But it's literally like people get out of her way, because you are be diligent, be what's the word? Attentive to what it is that you want out of things. Leisure and social life, you've actually got the doctor's stethoscope there, which means you actually need some downtime, big time. And the ship here, yes, could literally mean go on a cruise, but it means, though, your emotions probably need it again. The coat here, again, means you are afraid to say something or express yourself. Think of the coat, and I know this sounds funny, is think of a flasher, because it literally means what you are hiding, you don't want anyone to see. So it's almost like don't hide yourself, and you need to be kind more to yourself. But there would tell me, again, you need some leisure time, because, again, too much, somebody's exhausting and sucking the life out of you. Again, you've got your bigger witch on a broom. She is in our Halloween charm kit, which I'll show you in a minute. Love and relationships, but also career and business, and it's on the 2. Again, people get out of her way. in relationships, a witch on a broom, though, may mean don't be too powerful or over strong in a relationship, because you could be seen as overbearing or demanding as such. It does often mean working through problems that you are there. And again, career and business, it's again rise to great status that you know you truly can, and working through problems, but do it on a more discreet level. So it's almost like make them think, if you are working, that you have what it takes, but make them think that they're the ones that's come to the equation when you already know that you are. Adventure and discovery, when I see a feather there, would tell me you need to visit either home countries or ancestry, because the feather is very spiritual there, and it's almost like you need to have a trip to some sort of sacred place. Now, whether it's to your ancestors, or you might find the temples in Bali, it could be Gallipoli, the sacred ground. There's often places, though, where you need to visit somewhere that you feel is a spiritual grounding for you. So I hope that helps. And the beauty with these trays is you undo one corner and you go tip. So you've got your tray. Let me have a look. I had bowel cancer. But to IBS, I know, but bowel cancer, thank goodness you don't have that, Crystal Rose. But IBS is pretty cruel. It's really hard. Did they test you also for problems like fructose and celiac and so on? Because they're all still to do with the digestive tract, which is not good. But I'm so glad. But yeah, bowel cancer, they reckon it's the silent killer that you often don't know until it's too late. So the tray is convenient, Rose. It is good. So Alice in Wonderland. Oh, someone's saying hi, Mama. So that's probably you, Mel, is it? So let me know, because people call me Mama. It's probably Mel. Facebook user, it doesn't give me your name, but I'm thinking, is it you, Mel? So it's about 10-second delay between them. While I'm waiting for Mel. Yes, it is. I'll just show you my Halloween charms, and you need to get in quick because there's not many of these left. They come like this, tied up in string. It's a little coffin. So I know I've got cat fur everywhere. And what's in the coffin? It's just a little box. I actually make the box. And inside it is all the coffin charms and all the creepy Halloween charms. And I'll show you what's in it. So, and I actually have, although I haven't got it in here, I was using it earlier, I actually have a matching Halloween teacup. Hang on, let me grab it and I'll show you because it's fabulous. Okay, because I've got these bundled together and they're a really good price. It's a jet black teacup with gold, and this is 24 karat gold, and inside it is all these Halloween symbols, and they come with a little Halloween book symbol as well. They are different to some of the charm symbols, so but the charms come with a little card and tells you how you allocate your meanings to charms, which is about you interview it. But these, you can buy them either the cup on its own, the charms on its own, or a bundle, and the bundles are really good price too at the moment. So in this Halloween charm kit, these are the bits we have. I'll just turn them all upright. And my favourite is the fangs and the guillotine, some people call it. And my zombie, who's the hangman. Right, so we have comedy and tragedy, which is the mask. We've got the pentacle. we've got a scarecrow, we've got the guillotine, which is off with your head, we've got the axe, we've got the witch on a broom, we've got an owl, we've got a ghost, a bat, vampire fangs. I'd love to make, I should make myself a pair of earrings out of those. I just love them. She's actually, it's really hard to see, she's glittery red fangs. We've got skeleton, the razor blade, the fish bones, the pirate flag, Jolly Roger, jack-o'-lantern, the creepy skeleton hand, hang zombie, spider in the web, and a witch's hat, and the scarab beetle. So that's what we do. Elle, it's not hard to learn how to read. You'd be surprised. People overcomplicate it. People also make it all cloak and dagger, that it's this hidden art and that you have to be gifted with it. I'd say no, you don't have to be gifted with it. You can just jump in and do. Any of the purchases, like if you purchase, say, a card deck only from me, you'd get the beginner card deck. But if you purchase cards and charms as a bundle, you get all 3 card reading courses right through to the advanced. You then also get the independent charm reading course, and that bundle's like $280 odd worth if you had to buy the courses. But with my products in the Etsy store or online, you get all those courses free. But the best value is if you buy the cards and charm as a bundle if you're looking as a card reader, because then you get all 3 card courses plus the charm course as well. If you buy charms only, you get a charm course. If you buy a teacup, you get a teacup course, and so on. So if you have a look on the listings, it will tell you all about that. Yeah, so let me have a look. Mel, did you want a reading? Because you'll be the lucky last. Oh, you've got the coffin and the charms from last year. Yes, I know. You had, Amanda, the coffin advent box it was. And that's what I'd created last year. But this year I decided to do just the whole bunch of charms for people. So, because we had them as an advent box last year to start on the 13th of October. So, if there's any question you'd like a reading, Mel, what can we read with? I'm going to use my red one, my red roses. Oh, Ros, have you been there down that path? You are lucky too. Right, now let's have sorry for the cat fur. I've had Dolly in here and she just leaves her trail everywhere we go. Right. Oh, and Amanda, I'll do a general for you too, darling. Okay, now this here we'll do Mel. Right. Okay, battleship, and we got the gun. Okay, Mel, look at that. That's the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper on Home and Family, there would tell me somebody that's really, really irritating the shit out of you, you're ready to disown them. I can actually relate to that with a certain family member. But there would tell me you are ready. It's like take control of somebody that you are ready to disown when it comes to the family. You've got the ship. It's actually a battleship. And battleship on leisure and social life would tell me any difficulties or issues you've got around friendships. There would tell me, though, you are progressing forward. And to see the battleship would tell me, yes, it may be tough or difficult for you at the moment, but you actually work through it. So peace and harmony happen again. I'm actually just going to draw another time and see what we've got. What have we got? We got the bird in the nest, which is beautiful because it tells me going back to things that nurture both of you or you in friendships. And you've also got the dandelion. And that again would tell me, think about the good times, the magic that you have had. But there is working through something, but you will restore. That's nice. Love and relationships, you've got the gun. There again would tell me don't avoid anyone in a relationship who's very overbearing, because a gun can mean someone who's wanting to take control over the relationship. So go a little cautious there. Up here on adventure and discovery, it's interesting, you've got the tree and you've got the skeleton. Still would tell me very much about family and growth and stability, and the skeletons would still tell me going back to home ground or something that feels like sacred ground to you. It's very interesting, Mel. So this mat is just my red and black roses, or red roses tray, and it's the reversible as well. That's the blank side, and that's the light wheel side. Right. I know, Jody. I'm drying up here because it's been an hour and a half now. So Amanda, I'm just doing Amanda, who's on Facebook user, you know who you are, Amanda, and Jody Bryce, and that's it. So I'm just going to put along, I'll just put a thing at the bottom of this. No more readings now. Okay, I'll just put that in the chat line so people realise. So, Amanda. It's really good now. So, hang on, I'll just have another drink because I'm losing my voice. Right, okay. Amanda, let's have a look. Right, we've got that one out. That's on a liner. And that one came out too. Scissors, I'll just turn it round upright. Oh, that's really nice. It's the sandcastle, and you've got the moon up there. So, moon on your home and family, it's not really a charm. It reminds me of a hamburger. It was only when I was experimenting with glass. Home and family, we have moon, both on home family and leisure and social life. Moon is beautiful because it means about the emotions and entering a whole new phase in your life, and that's actually really lovely because it tells me about light shining upon you as also as friendships, and that's really quite lovely to see. I hope you can see it. There's a little spade there. It's the sandcastle, and the bucket and spade and sandcastle again would tell me visiting childhood places, but also probably a friendship going right back to you as a child. It's like playtime again. Here, career and business, you've got the boxing glove and you've also got the peach colour. Now I'll explain about these colour coins as such. I'll just grab, where is it? I don't know where I put it. Is this the one? Yep, okay. Colour, these are also in there. These are ribbon reading, and ribbon reading is all about colour energy, and I made these easy ones to do, so because it's hard to remember a lot of them, but this is the colour, and this explains the positives and negatives about the colour. But me, in my own kits, I actually just have the colour, but you've got peach here, and that's your meanings of peach, which is wisdom, intelligence, ambitions, but on the negative, it can be repressed or when you're feeling lazy. You've got it on the career and business area, but to see the boxing glove with there would tell me where you feel that literally someone is holding you back. The boxing glove means winner, winner, chicken dinner. You are the one to take charge and take total control of what you are doing. So it's like if somebody is trying to hold you back, don't allow it here in career. Boxing glove on relationships there would tell me you're a fighter no matter what. Now, I don't mean fight as in you're going to beat the hell out of John, but there would tell me your relationship is strong and certainly worth fighting for if ever there is an issue. And again, touching this would tell me people interfering in your relationship, look out, you'll clout them. Dog on health and well-being there would just tell me usually about more leisure time, more relaxation. In particular, look at things like lower back and hips and legs, so in your health area. Your scissors here is a little bit on adventure and discovery, but also your sun, which is about what gives you joy. And the scissors here, it's almost like you need to say, stuff it and get on with give you joy. And it's like, yeah, leave the past behind. Scissors, lots of people automatically think cutting, yes, but scissors actually mean healing from emotional pain in order to discover yourself. Spirituality and teapot there would tell, and I know you're a reader, but teapot there tells me you're very good at communicating with those in spirit, because it's like open up the discussions more around the spirit. So very interesting to see. So I'll just open that up and tip those in. Well, thanks guys for joining me, and I will finish up now because it's been an hour and a half and I've got a whole load of work and jobs that I have to do that I haven't done. So if you want to see any of the things, they're in the Etsy store, and I've just realised, because I did say, Jody, I would get to you, so I'm going to use there because I'd put you be above my line. So I'm just going to look here about meeting a soulmate soon. I'm just going to ask the question of what do you need to do to meet a soulmate soon. You've got camel and you've got scarecrow, which means keep persisting and don't be afraid, because the scarecrow there would tell me you're not probably showing your true self of who you are and what you are in doing. So there would tell me express and show yourself more. And as far as will you meet them soon, I'm going to use my pendulum camera. My yeses spin anti-clockwise and my no's go clockwise. So let's see. Because I'm asking about the soon, and my soon I'm going to say up to 6 months. We're getting a really big yes. And I'd say your yes comes down to showing yourself and keep persisting. And I just want to look at what your dice timing is. You've got your 8. 8 is a beautiful number of great fortune, abundance. So it does mean good things in a relationship. But there would still tell me, look at something in the 8 weeks from now. But it can even be longer, right up to the 8th month. But 8 itself is a beautiful number of abundance, which tells me there's a lot of good that's there for you. So thank you everyone for joining me here today, and I hope to see you all again soon. So bye for now, guys.